Halftime Hangout. Bulls versus the Toronto Raptors. The Bulls are up by 5. I like a couple of things that the Bulls are doing in this game. For one, I like the way that they are moving in transition, moving with the pace with the offense to keep the Toronto Raptors from setting up. That's boding well for this team so far. And I do like that. I like that game plan. That is an adjustment that Billy Donovan has made that has been working to some degree as well. So I'm enjoying that overall. I'm enjoying that from this team so far. I will say this, though. This is what I will say is that in my opinion, the Bulls, while they're playing better in transition, they're not allowing the Toronto Raptors to set up. By the way, guys, I can't see the chat at all. Restream is messing up, which is my streaming software. And I'm going to pull it up on YouTube over here. But I like what Billy Donovan has done in the adjustment from game to game. I wish he would have made this adjustment during the game, but beggars can't be choosers, and wherever the saying is. So I understand that aspect of it. But what I will say in this game as well is that I just enjoy the way that this team's getting out and getting it done. Patrick Williams is playing aggressive again, continuing to allow that confidence to build from him. But it's just this is almost a different team, right? And Zach LaVine stepping up, hitting big shots for us as well. He's really made a huge difference in this game as well. Already 5 for 10, only 1 for 4. We need to shoot the three-pointer better as well. We're 4 for 16 from three-point range. Luckily, the Raptors aren't hitting the three-pointer either. They're 5 for 18. We're shooting 51% overall from the field right now. But to be where we are, and DeMar DeRozan has only made 1 basket so far, and Zach LaVine's cooking a little bit. Patrick Williams is chipping in already 3 for 7 with 8 points, getting some key rebounds, some key defensive rotations. Ios hit a couple of big shots as well. The bench is already, like, the bench production is almost at what it was at the end of last game already. Goran Dragic is just spectacular for the Chicago Bulls. I can't say enough how good he is. Guys, I won't be able to bring up your comments, but I can see them now. So Certification Poppy says, yo, what's going on? Shay says, even though his I guess you mean efficiency is off a little bit, you have to respect the way that Patrick Williams has come out this game firing on all cylinders. Yes, Patrick Williams is putting together a good game as well. Jaden Taylor says, everything Paul has done on the offensive end has looked super intentional. Yes, even the way how he makes passes and immediately goes into setting the screen, and then he moves to try to capitalize on that space in case the pass comes back to him. Definitely playing well from him as well. Brandon L. Jet said, so all it took was for Koloko to have a block party on P. Will. Everything P. Will taking to the basket is trying to dunk it. Absolutely, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. Let's see what else we got in this one. Raptors with only 2 offensive rebounds today. Bulls +5 on rebounds. Absolutely. Rap God Reloaded. Salute, Haize. Hope you have a good week. Thank you, brother. I'm trying to my best. Justin Shelton in the building says, hello, Haize, and chat. Yeah, so listen, this guy, I like the way this game's playing. I like the going to Goran Dragic as well a little bit more in this one. He's playing extremely well. Damn, I hate that I can't bring up the chat. It's always something weird with Restream at all times. Like it sucks. Piece of shit software. But nonetheless, I like a lot of what the Bulls are doing in this game. To all your points so far, you guys are hitting it on all cylinders right now. 8 lives. Derrick Jones Jr., the only player gets his foul calls. Derrick Jones Jr. is out there being active as well. That's the difference with this team, right? Is we're seeing the intentionality with moving without the ball. They're getting out, pushing the pace, they're keeping from Toronto's defensive setting up. If you let Toronto's defense set up, as we saw it at the beginning of the first quarter, this team was playing sloppy. There were so many turnovers. There were so many just passes that were bobbled and missed. But if you keep the Toronto Raptors defense from setting up, you keep them from really getting out in the passing lanes, and you can just see it out there, right? They're moving better without the ball. Everything's looking a little bit better for the Chicago Bulls, at least in this first half. Now we have to make sure we keep our foots on their neck. We've already let up some. We had a 12-point lead. We only go into the half up by 5. So you can already see, like, no lead is safe against this team, especially with the way that they play defense. This Bulls team is going to have to lock in majorly on both sides of the ball and keep up this intensity if they want to get it together. Yulia says, and thanks for getting my name right yesterday. Listen, I tried to get the consistent members, I'll try to get everybody's name right, but if I see you guys' face and names here more than once, I always try to remember your guys' names. Make sure you also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to our goal of 10,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is December 5th, and Brandon L. Jett's birthday as well. Yulia also says we really need Drummond back. Drummond really, the way that this team is playing today, with Andre Drummond being out there, it would look completely different. We're already completely out rebounding them. So having Drummond out there to keep up that pressure when he's down, it would be great as well. Let's see what else we got. Silk Ron. Vooch got posted, but I'm glad he tried. Listen, Vooch is active defensively this season. This is not defensive Vooch from last season. It doesn't mean that it's always gonna get the results that we want, but at least he's active and focused on that. King Kofu says, "What up, Haize? Next time you have Stacey King on the broadcast, you got to ask him why he's not on coach. What's coach? Or why he's not a coach? Whoa, dyslexia is a bitch. Hey, I don't think he wants to. That's stress. I think coaching is stress. Justin Shelton says, we're playing well so far. If we continue moving the ball, rebound, and limit our turnovers, we'll be fine. And we also have to hit our shots. That's the key thing, too, with this team, is we always get cold at some point. We have to maintain hitting our shots at a decent clip to keep them honest. If we start falling back on the shot making, the defense is gonna get tough for us again. So we got to make sure that we're also hitting our open shots, which Alex Caruso hit a shot today. How many shots he's only taken 2. He's 1 for 1 from 3-point range. So shout out to Alex Caruso for not having to shoot so much today, because Lord knows that man is not shooting good at all so far. So we got 25 points so far off the bench for the Chicago Bulls. We're looking pretty good there. No Dalen Terry, anyone off the bench so far, which I kind of expected with Zach LaVine back in there. Vooch only with 4 points. DeRozan only with 3 points. We've gotten contributions from Ayo and Patrick Williams in this first half that were needed. We're going to see who steps up in the second half as well in this game. It's so weird having to go to like 3 different places to see all my things. Rap Gold Reloaded. What are the pros and cons of Billy Donovan in coaching in terms of game adjustments? Game to game, he makes really good adjustments. Like game to game, he does. He's a motivator. He does those type of things. The problem with Billy Donovan is the within game adjustments. Like once you start doing random shit to Billy Donovan, he doesn't usually know how to react. So it's going to be key to watch in. Like as much as the Bulls came out with a game plan and they found success in that game plan, let's see how the Toronto Raptors change up their defense a little bit. And how they adjust to that how they adjust to what we've done offensively is going to be telling on, all right, what is now Billy Donovan's move? And I think that's where we may see some things. Tim Brazil says, dare I say these last few games have made me miss Kobe shooting? Clap it up. That's crazy. MC Season says, how are you feeling today? Listen, I'm good, bro. Outside of this game pissing me off at the beginning with all those turnovers, I've been damn good, bro. I've been damn good, man. I'm living my dream, bro. When Ayo sees the paint, he attacks it. Listen, Ayo aggressiveness on offense is on a whole nother level. Much like with P. Will, he's not always hitting them, not necessarily at the clip that I would like him to hit it at. But outside of that, I mean, he has a true shooting percentage of almost 60% this season, which is almost what it was last season as well. So I mean, that's pretty consistent for him. But he's just being more aggressive. How many shots? Is Ayo taking more shots than last season? Yes. So last season, Ayo Dosunmu averaged 7 shots per game. He's taken 10.3 shots per game so far this season. That's a huge difference that we're seeing in Ayo Dosunmu's game. Let me look up the starter specific as a starter. So as a starter last season, he averaged 8 shots per game. So he's still averaging 2 more shots, almost 2.5 more shots per game than what he did last season, even in his time starting last season. Ayo's shown a lot of growth so far, a lot of growth. The real Don P says, Yulia, I like when he mad, but not when he's not playing defense, man. He's getting distracted by calls he's not getting. That's a great point, the real Don P. Great point from him. I wish I could put that up there. Casey Johnson playing with my feelings with Drummond to questionable to out to questionable. I mean, listen, we've said it, right? The Andre Drummond injury, as of right now, it's all about comfort. That's the only reason he's not playing. There was an MRI that was clean, so it's nothing like muscle or tissue or anything there. It's just him being uncomfortable. And so I'm sure it goes up and down. Like he can wake up tomorrow and that pain could be completely gone. He can wake up and it could be worse. Like anybody who's had like the shoulder, neck pain, Like that thing can go up and down day to day, minute to minute, really. So the uncomfort, the discomfort he's dealing with has to be pretty severe for him to be missing. He's missed 6 games. We're 12 games in. He's missed half the game so far this season, which is crazy to think because he's just been balling for us, man. But yeah. So that's one thing to watch with the Chicago Bulls team and with Drummond to see when we get him back from injury because we need him out there. We need Drummond out there. He's so key. He's just as key as what Goran is in a lot of ways. Brendan LJ, Bulls need to keep running. Raps can't set a defense when they are on the run. Yes, and we're exposing their transition defense, much like ours got exposed last time. So yeah, we look, the game-to-game adjustments have been on point. Todd Moore, so many games. Yes, every NBA team is playing today because they're letting everybody off for the election day tomorrow. So every NBA team is playing today. This is a basketball lover's dream, right? Every team is playing today. So yeah, it's a bunch of games today. The real Don P says, bro, I just had a shoulder issue that kept me out of the gym from last Thursday until today, and that was just heavy lifting soreness. So I agree, Haize. Yeah, that area, like this area, the neck, shoulder area, that can just, man, that's a discomfort on a whole nother level, for real. Tim Brazil, we're doing better containing Fred VanVleet tonight, even though he started hot. Yeah, doing a much, and you can tell too. This is one thing I love about Io. You can tell that Io is literally like, hey, I'm not gonna let this dude get off like he did last time. Like you can tell, like there was a time where Io literally ran out to close out on the 3-pointer, and it was just like you could just tell with the way that Io was moving, like he's just like, hey, this is not happening. You're not getting this off on me tonight, and you gotta love Io DeSumo for that. Gotta love the young bull for that. All right, y'all. That is it. I'll be back post game. Love you guys, man. Make sure you guys are tuned in. Hit that subscribe button. All that good stuff, man. All right, peace, y'all. Love y'all, man.